That was a great voice.
Oh, Pakistani, or some say, oh, Indian, come here, and say in their language, Aka, Vishe. Yeah.
How we can change our personality.
They are better in the term of respect.
As you mentioned that you learn a lot of things after traveling.
You mentioned two categories of happiness. Which category do you prefer and why?
Have you ever thought that in certain conditions like sadness and discouragement and stress, you listen to that music which encourages you?
Basically connects your thoughts, your mind at that specific point, and you feel like lyrics of the music, they are totally talking about myself.
Yeah, excellent. Oral presentation of your thoughts.
Why did you choose to visit that country?
Your journey to Tajikistan.
Would you prefer those countries?
If you don't have a traveling in your life.
My question is that how was your experience?
After today's discussion, I wish to visit Tajikistan in my life one time.
And I have also learned that they give much respect to our people.
International exposure is also a key to...
This session was amazing.
This country in my wish list, that whenever I find time and resources, I will visit once the country.
Dearest young scholars, how are you? We are going to have that our fourth session, if I'm not wrong. So today we are very lucky to have the great man, Mr. Umair with us now. That he is going to speak on the topic traveling. And I request Mr. Umair to please speak on the topic.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Umair and today's my topic of presentation is traveling. Traveling, as we know that traveling is the best way for happiness. Many of the people in this world travel to many places. Moreover, some people in this world travel to learn a lot of things, while some travel to overcome their boredom. As we know that many people have different hobbies, and my hobby is traveling. As we know that traveling is the source of happiness. Whenever I feel boredom, I go outside and go for long drive and travel to different places. Sometimes I also bring my friends with me, because friends are the source of happiness. And whenever I feel boredom or I am in stress, I bring my friends and go for long drive, and in this way I can overcome my boredom and stress. And while traveling, I mostly listen to the music, and mostly I listen to sad music if I am sad, and if I am happy, I listen to music that make me more energetic. I travel to many places, but when I travel to Pakistan, to Dubai, it was my first
international travel,
and it is very memorable for me and unforgettable. Because I learned a lot of things while traveling about the flight, because it was my first travel by plane. When I reached Dubai, I stayed there for about 96 hours. It is approximately 3 days, and then it was my connecting flight, and then I moved forward to Tajikistan city, capital city Dushanbe. I stayed there for 2 months, and it was very memorable trip for me.
Memorable.
And I stayed there 2 months, and then I moved forward to the city Kujang. And Kujang is the second big city of Tajikistan, and it is very famous and very big city after Dushanbe. It is approximately 60 kilometers near Uzbekistan border, and I stayed there about 40 to 50 days, and I learned a lot of things from there. I learned their culture, their weddings. I also comes to know the fruits and vegetables which are cultivated there.
I came to know. I learned that. I came to know that. I learned that. I came to know that.
Because the area is
mountainous,
and the temperature is not too much high. In this way, while traveling, I learn a lot of things, and that's it.
Thank you. His talk was full of information. So let's try to understand whatever the confusion is there in my mind. See, you were talking about that your journey from Pakistan to Dubai.
Yes, sir.
That is memorable.
Yes, sir.
And you mentioned that was his first flight.
Yes, sir.
That's why you think that it was memorable. It takes approximately 4 hours,
3 hours and 30 minutes approximately.
Yeah. See, During your journey, that.
Yes, sir.
What were your feelings,
I am very surprised, and because it was my first journey, and we know that first journey is unforgettable and memorable. I never traveled by plane before this, and while traveling, I comes to know about the features of plane, and about the functions of plane, about how they serve different types of food, and I also met with different peoples. I also met some are from Pakistan and some are also from lives in Dubai, and they also go back to Dubai, and I also discussed about the situation of Dubai, what is the situation of Dubai nowadays. True. And in this way I learn a lot of things.
True. The first question, please.
As you mentioned that you learned a lot of things after traveling. So traveling brought what type of changes in your personality when you visited a variety of cultures?
Yeah, excellent.
While traveling, I learned a lot of things.
I learned that
I came to know about their culture, about their language, because before this I didn't know their culture and how they live, how they survive, and what is the climate of that area. I also learned their language, that was Persian, and I also learned a little bit Russian language.
The question was the changes.
Changes in personality.
It means you didn't get the answer.
Yeah, so you visited these areas,
yes,
right?
And you learnt a lot from their culture.
The question is that what are its impact on your personality?
What are the changes in your personality you feel are due to that culture?
I am able to cook food. Before this, I never drink water. If I am sitting on my bed, I ask to someone to bring me and give me a water. And I comes to know if we are outside and if we live there, we have to do all work by ourselves. And for this, I never wore pant shirt instead of shalwar kameez, and that's it.
So there are two changes. The first thing that he learns now that it's we to do our work ourselves if we can. This is a great change which you have learned from that culture. What's that? That it's we to develop the habit of doing our own work now. First thing. And second thing, that the change in your dressing now.
Yes, sir.
No doubt, the dressing or the dress, it has a great impact, that on your personality, or it indicates what type of personality you possess or you have. So you started wearing, that pant shirt, that
yes,
change in dress,
Changing dress.
Excellent. Please, question.
During your discussion, you mentioned two categories of happiness. The first one was that you feel happiness when you are traveling, and the second one was your happiness with your friends. Which category do you prefer and why?
Yeah, so two types of happiness mean happiness due to that traveling and happiness because of the company of friends. So which one do you prefer? Excellent.
I like both of these categories because these give us happiness in different ways. If you are a friend, you also enjoy a lot, and if you are traveling, you also enjoy, because if you are traveling, you gonna learn a lot of things, and you discover many things. And if you are friends, as I mentioned, that friends are the source of happiness for us. And if you are, I am in stress, or if I feel boredom, I go outside with friend to overcome my boredom and overcome my stress. And if I want to discover many things and discover other things, I travel to other countries.
Yeah, excellent.
I also want to ask that which type of mental situation forces you to travel alone?
Excellent. Actually, what is the factor now? What is the factor behind this traveling? Great question.
When I remind someone and recall someone,
okay,
and when my condition, when
you remind someone or you remember someone?
Remember someone.
You miss someone. Okay, better, please.
When I become bored from daily routine, and I become to overcome my boredom, I travel.
Yeah. So it means the first factor is that missing someone, remembering someone, or second factor is that when he starts feeling boredom. So these are the two factors which push him to leave home, to leave his residence, and go on no long drive. Any other question? No. Oh, thank you. No, really very impressive question.
Yes,
they both questions they meant a lot. The difference between that two types of happiness, and then the factors which cause that his journey, his traveling. Impressive. Sanova.
as you said earlier, that music changes with your mood. If you are happy, you listen to the music which make you energetic, and if on the other hand, if you are sad, you listen to the music which made you more stressed. Have you ever thought that in certain conditions like sadness and discouragement and stress, you listen to that music which encourages you?
Excellent. What a question. Because she's the student of medicine, and it's a great question. The person is sad and he starts listening to the sad music. Why doesn't this person listen to the exciting music? And the person is exciting. Now it makes sense now that he shouldn't listen to the sad music. Otherwise, no, that his excitement no shall be over. No, it shall vanish. No. Please.
I want to reply this question in this way, that if you are bored, you go outside to overcome boredom.
Yeah.
And if you are sad, your minds do not allow you to listen to that music which you do not like.
Yeah.
Because if you are sad and you listen to sad music,
yeah. Okay.
Maybe you recall your memories.
Yeah.
Great. What a quality question she has asked.
I myself have the belief that when we are sad, we should listen to the sad music. This is my point of view, no? Because it matches your feeling at that time. So when there's no actual contradiction, no? For example, your mind is thinking something different, no? And you start doing something different, it creates problem. When you're sad and you listen to the sad music, it soothes you. This is my own feeling, no, that I can understand. My question to all of you, if someone know that wants to respond, what's the reason that the person listen to the sad music when he feels sad? Why doesn't the person listen to the exciting music? Yes, you can take the mic and you can speak, and even you can respond. Anybody else know? This is a very interesting question. That when someone is sad, why does that person like to listen to the sad music? Why doesn't he go for the exciting music, or that the pop music, etc.?
So because at that time your feelings are totally attached with that sad music. Yeah. That music, it basically connects your thoughts, your mind at that specific point, and you feels like the lyrics of the music, they are totally talking about myself.
Yeah, yes. Excellent. That becomes your partner, your companion, yes. Because none is there that you can talk to, none is there who can talk to you. So that music becomes your partner, your companion, and whatever you want to say, that music is ready to listen to. Yes, there is no contradiction, that absorbs whatever you say. Excellent, great. Please.
I think so. In my opinion, it is adaptive and mental abilities, because man also imitate. He follows whatever he wants, and he follows whatever we could say that our heart or according to our mind. But in my opinion, man is very discouraged in stress conditions. Whenever he is in stressed condition, he also go through that things which made him more stressed and more discouraged.
See, do you listen to the music?
Yes, sir.
What is music basically? No doubt it is said, and I do agree that music is the food of soul. See, what happens when your soul is functioning on something, is working on something, and you start doing something opposite, what will happen? It shall get disturbed. See, what is basically sadness? Sadness is that you start missing someone, you start missing something, you want to have someone with you, and so on. But that cannot be done physically, physically at that moment. What's the source? Mr. Shah was rightly that he rightly opined that, or rightly said that you need some companion. So these lyrics become your companion. So whatever you want to listen to, the lyrics that provides you with. Whatever you talk to someone, so that that music or those lyrics are ready to listen to. Anything else?
No, sir.
Anybody else who wants to add? No. What's the reason that the person is sad and he loves to listen to the sad music in his sadness?
Basically at that specific point, it feels like those lyrics are the oral presentation of your thoughts.
Yeah, excellent. Oral presentation of your thoughts. That actually these are your thoughts and you can't say with your words. So someone else becomes your mouth, someone else becomes your tongue, someone else becomes your body, and whatever you want to say to do, that song or those lyrics are doing. Love you.
As from our ancestors, there is a statement that irons cut iron.
Yeah.
But as like this, there is like that. If the sadness will be overcome with sad songs, but because when we listen sad songs, in listening the sad songs, we imagining our inner feelings. Listening to the sad songs, we are listening our inner feelings.
Yeah.
So it overcome with inner feelings when we listen to the sad songs.
What is the difference between in agriculture sector in Pakistan and in Russia?
The difference between
agriculture sector of Pakistan and of Russia.
You are going to give the next presentation, if I'm not wrong, and you have the topic agriculture sector. I'm sure that is the topic. So we shall discuss this topic in your presentation in detail, inshallah.
Please, question.
Why did you choose to visit that country? You could visit some other country.
Very good. Why did you decide to know that visit the country you were talking about? There were so many other countries in the world. Why?
Because everybody has on its opinion and on his interest. I listen to these countries, that these countries are very beautiful, and many of the people in the world travel to these countries. Tajikistan, the most popular area is Pamir. You listen?
Yeah.
Pamir is most beautiful area of that area and of that country, and many of the people in the world from Austria, from England, from different other countries travel to that area for visit, and it is very beautiful area for visitors. And my 2 to 3 friends go there for visit, and as I said that friends are the source of happiness, and I want to enjoy enjoy the moments more there, and my friends are there. That's why I travel to that country.
These were your friends actually, that who brought you there, no?
Yes, sir.
Or who caused you visit there, no?
Yes, sir.
Please.
Which place did you like the most there, and what's its reason?
I like the most Kujang. I told you.
But at that time you were sleeping, no?
Yes, sir.
He might have lost in his thoughts. Okay, yes, no problem.
I like the most the city Kujang, which is the second big city of Tajikistan after Dushanbe, and it is near to Uzbekistan border, about 60 kilometers. Uzbekistan is border is far from Kujang. I like the city Kujang because the temperature is very not too much high, not too much low. At that time when I go there, and there are the people of Kujang are very good and caring. And I like the most is the fruits there, because Kujang there are a number of fruits. For example, if you are going up in a street or in a road, there are variety of fruits trees on the road, and they do not ask you anything if you want to eat food, how much you want.
Okay. See, how is the evening of that particular city you're talking about?
That evening was too much amazing, and the night is also too much amazing. Once it was about 1 o'clock, and I wake up, and my friend is sleeping with me, and I asked him go outside and eat ice cream. And when we go outside and sit on a bench, and in front of our Hotel Boston, a huge road was passing. I bought ice cream and sit there on the bench, and that moment I never forget, because there was too much peace there, and silence and cool breezing was blowing. That was amazing.
It was breezy at that moment, and at 1 o'clock, and 1 o'clock mean at night. And he was there with his friend. They were sitting over there, that at the bench, and in front of the bench there was a beautiful hotel, and in the hotel there was what a scene it was, Subhanallah. Yeah, please. The next question, please.
As you informed us your journey to Tajikistan, is there any your journey to in Pakistan area that you can never forget?
Excellent, a great question. Now that Kaf is wants to know that he was talking about that his journey from Pakistan to Dubai and from Dubai to Tajikistan, and he said that this journey is unforgettable. So Kev wants to know that is there any journey within his country, I mean in Pakistan, which he can never forget?
Yes, I have to travel to many places in Pakistan, and once a journey when I was going with my brother Ahmed Ali and two friends with me. I was going to Lahore, and on the way two of our tires got punctured at a side, and we have extra tire, but it was one, and we are in hurry and we have to reach somewhere, but we have one of tire, and one we got too much worried about it, because the time is very too little.
You had very little time.
And then I called to my friend, which was I saw his status. He was going from that road, and I then called to him, and he comes back and give us the tire, his tire, and that was unforgettable moments.
Excellent, so great. So is there any possibility of that accompany you both that on some long tour?
Mostly me and my brother.
I'm talking about that Ahmed Ali and Mr. Umair Ali.
Yes, sir.
And the third person is Mr. Rafi Mujahid.
Yes, sir.
Is there any possibility?
Yes, sir. When you say we will travel together.
How lucky. Ahmed Ali, my son, I would love to travel with you. Not on long drive, that. Just plan something. It's you to simply send me the text. I will be standing over there,
Okay. Sir, we are discussing to next tour to Peshawar.
Is there any place in Pakistan which you like the most?
I told you that I visited many places. I also visited the northern areas, Naran Kagan, but I like the most Murray, because the facilities are there, and in that areas not too much facilities are there, and you get tired travel and just travel. And when you are in Murray, it is not too much far, and there are a lot of facilities, all types of facilities there, and I think so you get too much excited and too much make fun there if you go to Murray.
Question, please.
Would you prefer those countries for new visitor?
Excellent. If someone wants to visit some country, that is his ever first visit, so could you please let us know that these countries that are the best choices, please? That's the question.
Yes, I prefer all of you to visit that countries if your pocket give you permission, because that countries was too much their environment is too much better than other. When I was there, I also said to my father that I suggest you to give all of your lands on rent and come here and spend your life there, because I saw everything and I saw the environment, and I enjoy a lot in these areas, and I prefer you to come here and spend your whole life here, because there you do not worried about anything, and you do not worried about someone who hits you or who kills you, and there is peace in that areas.
I am talking about UAE, United Arab Emirates, because the machines are there, robots are there. But the second country is talking about Tajikistan, and even the neighboring country, the best place. Please.
If you don't have a traveling in your life and journey, so what do you do to overcome your fear and sadness?
Excellent. If you're talking about him, Umair, see, you said that just in order to get that rid of that sadness and boredom and issues and problems, you go for traveling. The question is that if there were no traveling in your life, if there were no traveling, what would you do if you were sad, if you were that unhappy, if you were bored? Other than traveling, what would you do if it were not there in your life? Great question.
As everybody has on its opinion, but I always used to travel, and I do not thought about anything other.
Yeah.
Because if I have another option, I go to in a place where there is peace and there is nobody.
Yeah.
And I sit there and I thought about things, and in this way I overcome my boredom. For example, if I am getting bored, I go outside for maybe walk. For I also go for gym.
Very good.
Gym to take my mind to another position or another situation, and take exercise. In this way, I think so I overcome my boredom.
Excellent. So he's mentioned 4 points now, that if there were no journey or the traveling in his life, what would you do in case of that boredom? The first, he said now that isolation. Sit alone and think about something or think about someone. Isolation. Loneliness. And second thing, walk, that he would go for walk. Third thing now that he would go for gym. And the fourth thing is said now that he would go for exercise. Gym, exercise now. So it's really very impressive now. Please all see these are the symbols, the signs of a great personality. Great personality, I mean the person wants to do something now. Isolation, number of benefits, no end to them now. Isolation, meditation, no, and pondering over yourself, no, pondering over the world, no. And the second thing, walk. The best choice one can have in order to build his, know that his personality, his character, his physical fitness, his mental fitness. Walk. Gym, again, is a great activity, and the fourth one is exercise. So it is a great choice, no, great mind, great choice, mashallah. Please, question.
As in your conversation, you said that when you visited Tajikistan, you came to know about their cultural wedding. What is the difference between the Pakistani cultural wedding and the Tajikistan cultural wedding?
Wedding, no. The way the wedding takes place in our country and the way the wedding takes place over there, no, that in Tajikistan. The question is, what's the main difference? This is the question. Yeah.
In our countries, we invited many people mostly to come in our wedding and to enjoy a lot. But in Tajikistan, there are limited function, and approximately about 150 to 200 people, which are very near to their first cousin, their uncle's family function, and they only invited 150 to 200 approximately people, and they have a tradition that musical set of bands, and which comes out before the arrival of bride, and they start beating the drums, etc. And the food which they serve is very fantastic. They serve mostly dry fruits and other fruits like bananas, apples, cherry, these foods, and they serve also grapes, and they are because they are Muslim, their wedding is approximately same to our wedding, but the difference is they invited limited, their functions are limited, about 150 to 200 people mostly.
So what I could understand, that he just said now that the first difference is now that the number of participants.
Yes, sir. And
they are now from 150 to 200, the first point which he said. Second thing, know that whenever know that the bride, I mean, you know, the boys know what's meant by bride, and you also know because you have gone through that, no? Bride, dulhan, no? Bride and groom. Whenever know the bride know that arrives, know that at her destination, know that her home, her residence, I mean at the home of know that her groom. So what happens? She is welcomed. She is welcomed by giving that a great, you can say, demonstration by the drum beaters. This is the second thing. Third thing that he said that what is the menu? The menu is different. That mostly that fruit are that served to the guest. What I could understand.
Yes, sir.
Please, next, any other, if you want to add something, most welcome. Thank you. Next question, please. I can't understand that whosoever stands up start doing this. This I can't understand. What's the reason that whosoever stands up does that one?
Please tell us about last journey.
You know that traveling is one of your hobbies, no? Could you please let us know about the latest journey you had?
2 to 3 days ago, when I go to my village.
You went to your village?
I went to my village. We are sitting and we get bored and we thought where we go. Then we decided to go to Miawali.
Okay.
And there to eat pizza.
You left for Miawali,
yes,
and
sir.
you had pizza. What? Pizza, not pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza. Pizza. Pizza. T.
Pizza.
WALKED. Walked. T. Talked. You went to Miawali. You ate pizza.
Yes, sir.
That is your latest journey.
No.
And it took. What the latest? And then?
Then we came to our home.
Okay, you returned
to my home, sleep and wake up about 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Take a bath and then we thought what we should to do.
What's the next? No.
Yeah. What's the next?
11 mean what? 11 a.m. or 11 p.m.
11 a.m.
The next morning.
Yes.
Okay.
Then we thought what we have to do now.
Okay.
And we make a committee.
Okay.
Because we are the 4 members of that committee.
Yeah.
Ahmed Ali, Harun Ali, Umair Ali and Sajjad.
Okay.
And then we decided to go to Nasirwala.
Yeah, I know.
For Nezabazi because I saw a status of my cousin. He go there.
They seem to be so vela, you know.
Yes, sir.
Vela is a Punjabi term, mean free. Please.
Then we go there and return from Nasirwala at night about 10 a.m.
Okay, thank you. That was the latest journey. Please.
As you mentioned that we learned a lot of things during the traveling. My question is that how was your experience traveling from Pakistan to Tajikistan?
Excellent.
And please tell us the one good thing and also one bad thing you observe.
Excellent, great. See, his statement is that whenever we travel, we learn a lot. This is a beautiful statement which Mr. San gave, that whenever we travel, we learn a lot from our traveling. The question, what did you learn? See, you traveled to these two countries, I mean that United Arab Emirates and Tajikistan. What did you learn first? And second, how has been your experience? And then he defined it, that experience in the sense that any one thing which was positive and any one thing which you saw and it was negative. Your observation, the positive thing or the negative, and one negative thing, please. Actually, basically 3 parts are there.
As I told you that I learn a lot of things, but I learn to cook food.
Okay.
Because I make a friend there and I want to eat their food.
Okay.
And he tell me the recipe of that food, and I make food by myself.
Yeah.
There. And one bad thing is that the language barrier. It was very difficult for me to speak in their own language, and if I want something and if I ask to something, I always use translator, and in some places there the internet is not working, and that is very difficult for me to tell them my words or my statement to them.
Excellent. Language barrier, and he had to find some translator or some interpreter. And the second choice was to use internet to translate that his statement, his ideas, his thoughts into the language. Persian.
Yes, sir.
But it's very difficult. Yeah.
What is the difference between Pakistani people and Pakistan's people?
There are 2 nations, the Tajik Nation and the Pakistani Nation. The difference between
they are totally different from Pakistani people. They first I note the most thing is they take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Because if I saw a lady, if she is approximately 50 to 70 years old, she take care of herself too much.
Excellent.
She wear a beautiful dress with a beautiful fragrance.
Yeah.
They use most perfumes, and if she pass through you, a beautiful fragrance come.
Yeah.
And you got attracted.
No.
He's a man of character. Allah Ta'ala se apne saman mein rakhe. Ji beta, please.
And they are out of stress, and if they are at work, they thought about their work, and if they are with family, or if they are family or with their friends, they never thought about their work, what to do and how to do. They enjoy the company of their friends and about and their family.
See the qualities now. Your work, do it on your own. Why don't you do your work now? Why do you now that rely on others now? Why are you depending on others? The first thing. And second thing now, that why don't you develop the habit of wearing attractive dress, neat and clean dress? Why don't you develop the habit of using fragrance, I mean perfume, etc. And the third thing is now that wherever you are, for example, you are in the classroom, why don't you behave like a student? You are there now that as a passenger, why don't you behave like a passenger? You are over there now that in the shop, why don't you behave like the one who should behave now that when someone is in the shop now? So they do justice with their presence wherever they are.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Even the old ladies he was talking about, and really he is right in saying that. Now that the dress matters a lot. No, your dressing, your look. Great observation. Question, please.
Is Tajikistan well-developed country than Pakistan? What will you say?
Could you please make comparison between these two countries? That which one is more developed, Pakistan or Tajikistan?
Yes, it is well-developed countries, but it is not too much big. Approximately, its total population is about 1 crore of Tajikistan. It is not too much big, and the government of Tajikistan is very strict, and we know that it is not too much big, and the government hold the rules of over there, and make strict to follow the rules of that country, and make different types of barriers for people to break the rules of that country, and their currency is also very good, because their currency is Somoni, which is about 22 to 23 rupees as compared to Pakistan. One Somoni equal to 23 rupees, and they mostly use dollars, and that is I think so that is well developed country in my opinion.
So the comparison is the Pakistan is there is lawlessness in Pakistan, and there is lawfulness in Tajikistan. No, they are law-abiding nation, and we are unfortunately law-avoiding nation, law-breaking nation. And the third is that our currency is very poor. That it has gone on the devalued. Our currency, and their currency is that very strong.
Yes, sir.
Clear. And whenever they exchange it, whenever they shop, whenever they trade in dollars.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. This is a comparison. Please.
As you said, you spent about 2 months in Tajikistan. In this duration, you met a lot of people there, and you introduced yourself that you are from Pakistan. What was their thinking about Pakistan?
Excellent. When you met the Tajik people, and you introduced yourself to them that you are Pakistani, what were their feelings, or what were their marks, what was your observation, what was their response? Please.
When I go there, most of the people thought about ourselves that we are from India. Because they like and they love India, because there is the film industry, for the film industry of India, because the country is not too much big, and their laws are strict, and they do not allow to make films in that areas. However, the area is so beautiful, but they do not allow to make films. And first of all, they thought that we are from India. They came near to us and asked us to make selfies with them, and they also gave us many gifts. But when we told that we are from Pakistan, they become
wait. So what happened then?
They say, you are Muslims. Then we are said yes, we are Muslims, and they become more excited to meet us, and they mostly put status on their WhatsApp, on their Facebook, that today we meet with Pakistani boys. No.
No, actually they were more excited.
They invited us to come to our home, and we want to give you invitation to come to our home for dinners, for breakfast. What you want, come to our home.
Time is not there, otherwise I would give the details.
They say that they just do this, that we are Muslims. Blood relation.
Yeah, blood relationship. And why they consider that we are Indians? Because unfortunately that our so-called that rulers, they have been so incompetent that they couldn't promote this culture, Pakistani culture. And Indian embassies that is so active even in America that they promote their culture. But no credit goes to Imran Khan that he has introduced Pakistan that worldwide. No people Pakistani, because he speaks too much.
What is the longest time you have been away from home?
That was your question, I think, no?
Yes, sir.
Great question, Janet.
Means how much time?
Yeah. See, you left your home and you came back. From Zimbabwe, you went to Tajikistan and you came back after 3 months, no?
Yes, sir.
Clear? And you went to Murray and you returned to your home, that you returned your home after 3 days or 2 days.
Yes, sir.
You went to that Miyawali to eat pizza and you returned the same night. The question is that what is the occasion, I mean time, the day. Now that you went to some area, you went to some place and you spent most of times over there, the most time spent out of your home.
Sir, I mostly spend my time in Tajikistan, about 3 months.
Yeah.
2 months in Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
And about 3 to 4 days in Dubai.
Yeah,
this is that most occasion.
So you didn't stay out of your home more than three months?
Yes, sir.
That is your maximum stay outside your home, 3 months.
Yes,
in Tajikistan?
Tajikistan and 2 months Uzbekistan.
Yeah, that is no. Please, Nabil.
Could you tell me about the behavior of Pakistani peoples and Russian peoples?
Yeah, Russian, you mean that the Tajik people, no? Okay, behavior.
I can't compare the behavior of Pakistani as compared to Tajikistan.
Yeah.
Their behavior is too much good with us. I don't know about with themselves, but with us it is too much good. They take care of us, and they said if you need anything and if you want anything, just tell us. And they mostly give us phone numbers and tell us if you need anything in this country or in this city, just call us and tell us. And they gave us too much respect. For example, if I am going in taxi somewhere, and if someone is sitting in front of the seat, they came to back seat and gave us the front seat and asked us to sit here. And because we know that you are visitor here and you have to make videos and your memories and wants to capture different pictures, that way you come here. And if I am going somewhere in bus and the bus is full, and if even some old lady or some old man is sitting on the seat, they stand up and ask us, oh Pakistani, or some say, oh Indian, come here, and say in their language Bishe. And they say Aka Bishe. And they in this way I say that they give us too much respect.
True. So again, same is the case with Pakistanis, no? That that there are so many visitors, the world, when even the Canadian girl, when she visited Pakistan, she became Muslim. Now that the visitors of international visitors, they are full of praise for the Pakistani people. No doubt that we are very bad as far as our mutual behavior is concerned, but we are very good at our behavior with the visitors. Over? Yes, the question now, how has been your session? What did you learn from the session today? Please.
The behavior of Pakistani and Tajikistan peoples.
Please, Junaid.
I learned the difference between two countries, and when we feel boredom, we have to travel the...
So that was learning. The difference between two nations, and you got an idea about that when you're feeling boredom, so what to do? The best thing is that go on long drive. Excellent.
After today's discussion, I wish to visit Tajikistan in my life one time.
Inshallah. I have learned a lot of things from this session. I have learned about the marriage culture of Tajikistan people, and I have also learned that they give much respect to our people.
I learned the difference between two nations and their cultures. And they give, Tajikistan people give more respect to Pakistanis, Indians people, being Muslim.
I came to know their living standards and the behavior of Tajik people with foreigners and visitors.
Pakistan community and Tajikistan community.
International exposure is also a key to personal appearance changes.
I learned that if I compare Pakistani people and Tajikistani people, they are better. They are better in the term of respect.
I came to know about the behavior of those people towards Pakistani people. They are dealing with us like Mr. Umair told us. They are giving front seat because of capturing moments.
Excellent.
I learned a lot of things from Mr. Umair presentation about Tajikistan peoples and their nature. As I know that, came to know that the Tajikistan people have a respectful nature, a very cooperative nature, and they love Pakistani and they love Muslims.
I learned that how we can change our personality.
So I got multiple points from Mr. Umair's presentation. The first one which I learned is that the cultural differences between the Tajiks and the Pakistani natives. The second one was the behavior with locals as well as the people which are coming out from them. And the third thing that I learned is the necessity conditions which a person have to follow when he is traveling alone or traveling abroad to some place.
As he told me all the things, so these things are not new to me.
This session was amazing, that there is existence of a nation who are the embodiment of a natural means of human beings and their way of dealings.
For me, the session was very informative about the culture of people of Tajikistan, and it created a strong and attractive imagination in my mind, and I included this country in my wish list, that whenever I find time and resources, I will visit once.
What's the name of your husband?
Rizwan.
Rizwan Ashraf.
Yes.
मेरे मालिक बचानी रिजवान अशरफ क्योंकि ये ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੁਮੇਰਾ ਇਹ रिजवान अशरफ ਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਮੇਰੇ आज तेरा आज तो सिर से शुरू हो थोड़ा माइक आज विश गुड
पानी के ना हिदायत दे